Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is JJ, the Real Smooth Gamer 364, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. So the topic of today's video is a best class setup for you guys to wreck house on the battlefield, here for you on Battlefield 1. So yeah, let's get right into it. So yeah, let's start off with the assault. So I have broken the assault up into two classes. The first class is MRC, also known as mid-range combat, and there's also close quarters combat. Now, obviously, mid-range combat is for mid-ranges, and close quarters combat is for you when you're deep in the trenches and you're trying to take out people up close. So yeah, let's get into mid-range combat. This is the gun you can't beat. This is maybe the best SMG in the game. You cannot beat the Hellregal 1915. Now, it was a close call between the Hellregal 1915 and the Ribeye Rolls 1918 factory. So yeah, the sidearm you guys will be using is the M1911 because the fire rate on this gun is amazing. The damage is pretty good. The accuracy is also very amazing, even when you're not scoped in. And it's just all around a good weapon to use. So yeah, you guys will be using the anti-tank grenade, obviously to take down those tanks, and the AT rocket gun to take down tanks as well. Grenade, I would just recommend the frag or gas grenade, but if you guys really want to get in the mid-range, I would honestly recommend light anti-tank grenade. But yeah, let's go with the melee. Doesn't really matter, but I do recommend shovel because its hitbox is a lot larger, so that means you can hit people at different ranges, but they still have to be extremely close to you. Never forget that. So yeah, let's move to close quarters combat. The close quarters combat class is the M9 Model 10A Slug. Now let me tell you, you can't get better than the Slug when it comes to shotguns, because its hip fire is fantastic, and as you can see, even with the factory, its hip fire is really good, but its accuracy is not that good. And even with the Hunter, accuracy is not that good either, and the control is not good. But when you move to the Slug, it gives you best of all worlds. It gives you fantastic damage, good accuracy, great hip fire, and good control. And it's just really good all-around weapon. The sidearm it's going to be the M1911, but if you guys want to get really good, I would recommend the number 3 revolver. Dynamite to take out enemies at close quarters, if you're out of ammo. Anti-tank grenade for, just more grenades. And impact grenade, so you don't have to wait a bit for your grenade to go off. As soon as the grenade hits somebody, it impacts. And for the melee, I would recommend the pickaxe, because it does have a smaller hitbox. Smaller hitbox is better for close quarters combat. Alright, now let's move on to the medics. So the first medic loadout, well, the only medic loadout I have for today for you guys is the Fedorov Automat Trench. Now this gun is the only automatic that we have. It is the only automatic weapon we have in the medic class. But if you guys want to go with the rifles, I do recommend the M1907 SL Factory, because it is a good gun for all ranges. But the Fedorov Automat Trench beats it for obvious reasons. It is automatic, and in most cases, automatic weapons are better than those who are semi-automatic. So the sidearm you guys are going to go with today is the M1911, or really any weapon you want, because it doesn't really matter for this class. The gadget 1 will be your medical crate. Your gadget 2 will be the medical syringe, just so you guys can, heal up your enemies, and we know you want to rank up faster, so that will be your 2 gadgets. Your grenade will be gas grenade, because it can take out enemies. See, you only get one of the, frag grenades. And the gas grenade lasts longer, and it takes damage away from them over time. But for the, frag grenade and the impact grenade, it only gets one. You only get one chance and one throw. So yeah, and the melee will be the shovel. It really doesn't matter what your melee weapon is, because personally, I love killing people with knives. The animation is all around good, but I bet you guys will not find yourself using melee all the time if it does come down to it. So yeah, that's the medic. Now let's move on to the support. So yeah, the support will be the the support is divided up into 2 classes. Yet again, you have your explosives and you have your support. So let's get right to the explosive. So the explosive you guys want to be using is the Bar M1918 Trench. This by far beats almost every single weapon in the support class, and I personally like to use the AA sights instead of the iron sights, because if you look at this, the iron sights are a little, you really can't see that much out of it, but if you get the AA sights, you can see enemies at a farther range, and you can kill them better. And, you know, visuals, it's all good. So, yeah, the sidearm really doesn't matter. Well, once we get into these next few, this class, especially with the sport, it doesn't really matter. So for your gadgets, you're gonna have the limpet charge and the crossbow launcher. Now, I want to say it could be the crossbow launcher or the mortar. Like, honestly, they're both really good, but I would recommend the crossbow launcher. You know, just because you get two, what is it? 2 grenades in each crossbow in each launch. So yeah, like I explained to you guys before, the grenade will be the gas grenade. Doesn't matter what your doesn't matter what your melee weapon will be, but like I said, I recommend shovel. So yes, let's move on to the support class. Your primary will be the M1917 MG low weight, because I really don't find myself getting up close and personal with people, especially when using this support class. So yeah, I would honestly recommend the number 3 revolver, because you know you're gonna get up, because you're gonna stay a bit farther range from enemies. This has a bipod as well, as you can see. So yeah, and number 3 revolver would be really cool. And yeah, and so your first gadget will be the ammo crate, because like I said, support, you're going to want to be supporting your team, and we all want to rank up faster, so especially with those squad XP boosts, and you guys, especially if you're on Fort Vaux, those ammo crates can stack up. The points can stack up when using ammo crates. And yeah, the repair tool I highly recommend for repairing your team's tanks, your vehicles. You never know when vehicles can turn the tide of a battle. I've actually found myself using the repair tool quite a lot, especially since the Russian DLC was released a few months ago. Yeah, so the grenade, actually I would want to recommend the frag grenade for obvious reasons. The melee, shovel, it can be really whichever one you want. And yeah, let's move on to the scout. Now, as you can see with my tons of playtime with the scout, as you can see, so this class has been broken up into two separate classes. So you have your long range, and you have your infantry. So you have long range and you have your infantry. So yeah, the long range will consist of the Russian 1895 sniper with the beam reticle scope. That's good for headshots. So whenever you're going for challenges, I recommend the beam reticle, and if you're just trying to take out enemies, I recommend the cross reticle. But yeah, if you want to get headshots and you want to go for challenges or quad feeds, I'd recommend the beam reticle. Barrel, I think you're gonna need I think you're really gonna find yourself using the bayonet a lot. That way you can get a lot of bayonet kills, because bayonet kills are really helpful at times, especially when using the scout class, and visuals doesn't really matter. So yeah, your sidearm will be the Frommer Stop. Now, I know you guys might be saying, what, the Frommer Stop is trash, but really, as fast as you can pull the trigger is as fast as it will fire, and it does come equipped with 7 bullets in each magazine, and it does come up with 12 magazines. So yeah, especially your gadgets will be the sniper shield, obviously for obvious reasons, to where you can see your enemy with the sniper shield, and they really can't, see you. They really can't get any body shots on you. Your second gadget will be the trench periscope, because you want to always be spotting enemies. You always want to be getting those spots. You want to be spotting enemies, that way you can get the kill faster and you don't have to, you know, search all day for, you know, one enemy. Grenade, I'm telling you, hands down, gas grenade, always the best. So pretty much for almost every class, you're going to want to use gas grenade. Melee weapon, doesn't matter. So yeah, let's get... Alright, so for the long range engagement, I pretty much always recommend the SMLE MK3 infantry, as it does do pretty good. So really, you want to use the iron sights. The radium sights are really not good for anything. Magnification, I would recommend 1.50 times magnification. Barrel, bayonet as always, and you know, visuals, your skins, doesn't matter. Sidearm will be your from or stop, because you know, in those close quarters engagements, you're going to want to pull out a weapon that has a good rate of fire, okay damage, and like I said, as fast as you can pull the trigger is as fast as the weapon will fire. Your Gadget 1 will be the tripwire bomb. That way, whenever you're trying to take out enemies, you can just put it anywhere you want to, and if somebody tries to come up from behind you, you can automatically detect them using the tripwire bomb. Your Gadget 2 will be the flare gun spot. That way you can spot enemies faster and get those spot assists, because in order to get a few weapons, you guys are going to want to get to some spot assists. Grenades really doesn't matter, and for your melee weapon, doesn't matter either. So that's gonna wrap up the video for today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did like my class setups, please smash the like button. And if you guys have any class setups you would like to recommend to other viewers, put them in the comment section down below, as I would love to hear your feedback. Are these weapons useful? Are they just absolutely terrible? Please tell me in the comment section down below. And as always, my name is JJ, the Real Smooth Gamer 3664, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.